Real question. I know y'all remember last year. I said I like being in Fort Worth, Texas, and I told you, I promised you that I'll be back here. And I told Coach Garrett that if I'm back here, you have to draft me. So I know it's a lot of Cowboy fans. Tony Romo is healthy. Dak, I'm a huge fan. Love that man. Had a privilege to get to know him this year and test him over the year. He's been successful. You fell in love with him, but hey, you gotta. I did my part. You have to do your part, man. So I know, we'll talk. We'll see. I see you at the combine, so we'll talk more about that. No, but it's awesome to be able to get to know you. These 2 years and just see the success that the Cowboys is having. I was a fan this year. Like I said, me and Dak, we had the privilege to get to know each other. A good friend with Zeke. So it's just awesome to see those guys have success, and it's a bright future for that franchise. So thank you and best of luck. And but still though, the Browns do need a quarterback. You can trade both of them. I'm sitting right there. So, but they need two.
Top of the evening. It's your boy BG. We live in the lab. And I just got one question, man. What's up with all these Cleveland Brown players before they were drafted in the NFL? They want to be drafted by the Cowboys, y'all. Y'all tap in with your boy. Good evening. It is a Sunday night primetime edition. We're going to have the Weekend Flowers with BG, and I got a special guest. So y'all tap in, man. Last week it was Myles Garrett begging and pleading for Jason Garrett to draft him, and now we got Deshaun Watson begging to get drafted by the Cowboys. Cleveland fans, y'all got some explaining to do. Let's kick it off, baby. We're talking giving the Alchemist. Let me get it right. Shit. We're talking about the Alchemist, Al Harris today. We're talking about Will McClay, the draft whisperer, baby. We're going to give these guys their flowers with about a week left. We're a Trayvon Diggs away from the Dallas Cowboys kicking off today. Y'all know that, right? How many of y'all are counting down? I know y'all are excited, baby. I can tell. I can see everybody out there super excited. 7 days? What? We're talking defense today. Al Harris, Trayvon Diggs, Deron Bland. Oh, and we got a special guest, by the way, like I said, that's going to be joining us. So we're going to be talking about all of that. Y'all tap in with your boy. Let's go Green Badgers. I'm telling you, I know Facebook is playing not only with my subscriptions, they playing with my algorithm, they playing with my social currency, and they playing with my emotions. I need y'all to raise the bar. Let's go Green Badgers. We need to get some folks in the gym, baby. It's a Sunday evening, prime time, Labor Day weekend edition. It's a Weekend Flowers with your boy, and I got a special guest we're going to bring in here. So let's get some shout-outs and see who's in the audience with us rolling. Let's go, Green Badgers. Before you get in the comments, I need you to raise the bar. Let's go. It's Weekend Flowers with your boy. We're talking Al Harris, Will McClay, the Alchemist. That's right. BDG gave you the draft whisperer. Now we're going to give you Al Harris, the DB Alchemist. Let's get some shout-outs. Let's see who's rolling with us. What up, Kelly? I see you. That's Will McClay's favorite right there. We got Kels with the intels tapping in with us on the show tonight. What up, Patrick? I see you. Here we go. That's right, baby. Shout out to my guy Joe's Hat Company on the plug, baby. We just put those on the timeline and put them in the story mode. And I've got a link in the comments. So if you want to go grab your year, it's our year cap, go grab it, baby. It's our year until it ain't. It's our year for real this time. Shout out to my guy Joe's Hat Company in the building, baby. What up, Russ? Says, what up, BG? Just got done with dinner, fixing to smoke a fat one. What up, Built Different Group family? I see you, Russ, top in the building. What up, Drake? I see you. Y'all know that's not the real Drake, but he's a Cowboy fan, so he like us. What's good, baby? Say good evening, BG. Navajo Nation in the building. I see you, Calendria. How we doing? There's them Green Badges. Come on now, let's get in the gym. Don't be coming in the gym looking cute on Sunday prime time edition. I need you to raise the bar. We're going to be talking Alchemist and the draft whisperer, but I got a guy that's going to talk with me a little bit. Y'all know him well. You know him as Jersey Mike, 2023 Gym Rat of the Year. He's going to join us tonight as we break some flowers or grow some flowers with Al Harris and Will McClay. Let's welcome our guy, Jersey Mike, to the show. What's good, baby?
Hey, what's good, y'all? What's good? How you doing, BG?
Man, you know, getting these reps, baby. You know how we do it.
It's definitely prime time.
Yeah, doing something a little different. We're live on Sunday. It's a 3-day weekend. We're live on StreamYard. So shout out to LinkedIn, shout out to YouTube, and on Facebook. We're live on 3 different platforms. So make sure you tap in and let us know where you're watching from. Let's give you a shout out. We're talking Al Harris and Will McClay. Now I want to kick this off because my guy Mike Rock, he knows reading is fundamental, right, Mike Rock?
Yes, sir.
What do I mean when I say reading is fundamental here on BDG for those that may not know?
Just read that shit correctly.
Well, not only read, but also comprehend nonetheless, right?
Yes, comprehend.
Yeah, this show stems from an article I wrote on Medium back in April 27, you know, right after the draft. You know, a lot of folks was putting a lot of disrespect on Will McClay's name, saying Will McClay don't know what he's doing because he didn't draft no running back. You remember them talking mad like that, Mike?
Oh, yes.
What was some of the craziest things you heard about the disrespect on our guy, Will McClay?
Just how he's awful at what he does, period.
I don't see how.
Far from it.
I don't see how, Mike. I mean, we got this problem we're talking about today. You know, they say draft and develop. I think the Cowboys have modeled that for success. I think there's a bigger play, especially with the holdouts, and we'll get into that a little bit further. My girl Sarah's tapping in with the reps. We see you. What up, B-Mac? He says, Will doing his job, baby. Told Jerry, don't touch that phone. Yeah, you know, some of y'all have hung around me, have often heard me say that, you know, in life, there's people in control and there's people in charge. And when it comes to the Cowboys, I don't necessarily think it's the same person, if you know what I mean. And it stems from Will McClay. I mean, Will McClay has been behind the scenes drafting this talent for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, why we're giving Will McClay his flowers is not because of his drafting record overall, but what they've been able to do for the Dallas Cowboys. I see so many Dallas Cowboy fans, Mike Rock, that say we lost our whole team to free agency. You heard any nonsense like that, Mike Rock?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They think we lost everybody, pretty much.
Yeah, they said
gained a lot.
Dan Quinn took Dak Prescott's Louis Vuitton bag and took the whole defensive line and went to the next. What up, Rayshawn? I see you, baby. Let's go now. Come on, let's raise the bar, y'all. It's an off time. We're in the gym tonight, and I know for a fact Facebook is playing with my algorithm and they're playing with my emotions. So y'all tap in, give me a share on the timeline. Let's help this grow. Mike Rock, you on TikTok, right?
Yes, sir. TikTok, Mike DC4L. You can find me on there. I'll be doing lives on there.
Yeah, you just did a live. You just did a live before you got in the gym with me over here, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
We got any fans tapping in right now? It's on TikTok. Y'all let me know. We got any TikTokers with us? What was your show about over there, Mike Rock? I'm not on TikTok, so I don't know, man. So tell me about it and let the folks that have TikTok know how they can follow you and what you was talking about on the show over there tonight.
It was just pretty much just talking, just hanging out. TikTok is Mike DC4L. You can find me over there. You know, we're just talking. You know, you get a lot of Niner fans in there today. So it was a good show.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's good, man. Tell them Niner fans to keep following you and stay engaged, baby, because you know, right after the bye week, right after what is it, week 7? I think week 8. You and I are gonna be down at the press box in Seattle, baby. But week 1, we're gonna be at the press box kidding off for the Cleveland Browns, y'all. So make sure y'all come up and join us. This is the 2023 Gym Rat of the Year. You know him as Jersey Mike. We're gonna be in the building in Seattle. Pacific Northwest fans, tap in, and especially if you're on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok. I don't, you know, real bloggers, we don't TikTok. We boogie. You know what I mean? But let's get back to Will. Let's get back to Al Harris. What really happened? Well, I'm on Instagram. How many of y'all on Instagram? I know a lot of folks on. I know you on Instagram, Mike Rock, because you over there always in the gym, baby, on all the reps, all the time.
Yes, sir.
You know, Al Harris is on Instagram, and Al Harris is pretty active, y'all. And what stemmed this article back in April, soon after the draft, when I gave Will McClay his draft grade of an A+. I posted on Instagram, and Al Harris liked the post, and he even commented. He said, the best, absolute best in the business. You see this right here? Shout out to my guy, Al Harris.
That's pretty dope.
He's pretty active on Instagram. Yeah. I thought it was, I got, you can see it says 48 seconds. I got the notification as soon as I opened up the app and said, who's that blue check? But yeah, shout out to Al Harris. I got a chance to see him in training camp. And want to give him some flowers because y'all know he is the DB Alchemist. A lot of y'all may have not took physical science or science in class or in college or anything, but when it comes to being an alchemist, you know what I mean? Take a look at Trayvon Diggs. Take a look at Deron Bland. Take a look at Wanye Thomas. Now take a look at Kalen Carson, the guy that's going to be replacing Deron Bland. How many of y'all have heard of Kalen Carson? I know you heard of Kalen Carson, Mike, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's the gentleman that's going to be taking over Deron Bland's spot, y'all. And this number he got, ooh-wee. Man, look, I don't know what Jerry is up to with these numbers, y'all. But it was just announced that Kalen Carson replacing Deron Bland is going to be wearing the number 21, Mike Rock.
Yes, he is. That's crazy. That's a big feat to fill.
2-1. Can you do something for me? How do y'all feel about Kalen Carson, a rookie? Next man up. Wearing Prime Time's jersey, wearing Ezekiel Elliott's jersey, wearing Stephon Gilmore's jersey. I mean, what's Jerry Jones doing? Does he think he's going to sell some Kalen Carson jersey by slapping the 21? I had to get my girl Kels with the intels. I got her working on the backstory. I'm trying to figure out, was it Jerry's idea? Because, he had CD wear 88 instead of 10. I wanted to know, did Kalen have a number coming in and Jerry made him slap that 21 on him? What do you think, Mike Rock?
I'm kind of actually shocked just to see that. I haven't seen enough of him to even know if he's even that talented as a prime time.
Yeah. My girl Sarah's tapping in. Your girl too. She says, man, that's big shoes to fill as a rookie. Telling me, yeah, we don't have no sample size. Now, look, I would tell you, I seen him out at training camp. Actually got to interview him. He likes In-N-Out, Mike Rock. He prefers In-N-Out over Whataburger, Mike Rock. He's an iPhone user, and he don't drink soda. I asked him if he liked Pepsi or Dr. Pepper, and Kalen said, neither. I don't drink neither. So shout out to Kalen Carson. But, yeah, he was burning it up at camp, big dog. I mean, he was having a really, really good camp. And the buzz has been very, very serious about our guy, Kalen Carson. And that just brings us back to full circle. I mean, I know you probably remember when the Cowboys had players go down in injury. We were scrambling like, man, we need to go sign a free agent, right? Remember those years, every time we lose somebody offensively or defensively, we'd always be like, who we going to get off the free agency?
Right. Yeah.
I remember them days. I'm glad we got some depth. We didn't have to scramble to go to free agency. We got Kalen Carson, and this guy's going to be wearing Prime Time's number. And I don't know what message that exactly sends, but we are going to find out week one because guess who Kalen got week one, Mike Rock?
Who?
You know who it is. We got them Cleveland. We got them Cleveland Browns. We got a familiar face. We got a familiar face that used to be in Dallas. We're going to see this weekend.
Yes, we do.
Who knows who that is right there? Is that the basketball game in Dallas that got Coop sent out of Dallas?
Man.
How many of y'all remember that when Coop was with the Cowboys, went to the NBA game? We were during the pandemic. You see CD with his mask there, Coop with no mask. Look at all them folks with the mask, man. I remember a lot of folks are saying that Jerry Jones ran Amari Cooper out of town because he didn't want to get that shot. But, yeah, Kalen Carson, he going to have a shot against Amari Cooper, the route runner, dog. Him and Trayvon Diggs might rock the first week up with Deshaun. Did you see Deshaun begging to try to get drafted by the Cowboys coming in, Mike? What'd you think about that?
Hey, that was pretty classic of that. I like that.
B-Max says, a long way from Orlando Scandrick. Yeah, I mean, this sample size, I mean, he's a little fella too. Kalen Carson ain't no big thumper. But he's active, y'all. He's got hands, and he's got a knack for getting around the ball. But he's going to get tested just like our rookie Tyler Guyton's going to get tested. Week
Definitely
one.
have to see how them hips move. hips are a lot when it comes to that position.
You know, Kelly says, Kels with the intels already got the scoop. Well, come on, girl. Let's we'll send you an invite. You can join the show and tell us all about it, would you not?
Let's get the scoop.
Let's get the scoop on Kalen Carson wearing number 21. I put the link in the comments, Kelly. So click on that link right there. We'll bring it to the show. Let's find out. I mean, because I wouldn't put it past Jerry. You know, the story was out on Jerry making CD wear 88. You know, his old friend Jerry Lamb he played football with. Remember that story?
Yes, sir. Oh, Jerry and his numbers, man.
Yeah. And speaking of numbers, while we're talking about H, you know, I posted on the timeline earlier here today with CD Lamb and all of the Shadur Sanders with the Troy Aikman number. Like, look, I get it. The Cowboys don't retire numbers. I get it. They're sacred numbers that we don't use. I didn't create that edit. That was from Football Forever. But I'm just asking y'all, how does the Shadur Sanders Kool-Aid taste when we're talking about numbers? Because, you know, Jerry, imagine if Shadur Sanders got drafted by the Cowboys. Y'all, just hypothetically speaking, we're talking wild here on the weekend, Mike. Imagine if the Cowboys would have drafted Shadur Sanders and he were to wear number 8. How would that make you feel, Mike?
I mean, I don't really want him, and I really don't want Dion either. Like, there's too many people are all hyped about bringing Dion as head coach, bring his kid over, and like, this ain't Hollywood. This ain't the Lakers, you know. Like, this is just it's too much. Like, I couldn't do all that.
I mean, because, you know, Kalen Carson's going to be wearing 21. And y'all remember prime time, he was on the box of Wheaties, baby, with a 21 jersey. While we're talking Shadur Sanders coming to the Cowboys prime time, I don't buy it, man. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid, not only because I don't like the taste of it. I mean, can you see prime time working for Jerry? I mean, can we just keep it real? Can you see prime time? Can you see the problems he's having in Colorado right now? Especially with the media and the haters.
Right.
Think about that under the microscope of the media machine of the Dallas Cowboys. No, I don't want the Cowboys to draft Shadur Sanders. Yes, I think Dak Prescott can get us to a Super Bowl, and I think he can do it with our guy, CD Lamb, as we talk about drafting and developing here. We're giving Al Harris and Will McClay their flowers here today. Yeah, Amari Cooper, he was on the hook and got away. We ran him out of town. And now we've got him coming up, man. And I've got this I've got this Cooper jersey that we're going to be raffling off at our PNW gig up here at the press box. So make sure y'all tap in with us. We'll have that Amari Cooper jersey for raffle on week 1 because, you know, we're going to see him. Kalen Carson's going to see that guy. I'm curious, especially, you know, because Trayvon Derrick, keep wanting to say Deron. Trayvon going to get his first action, really. I don't know. Is he going to play game 1, especially against the route runner, or is the route runner going to line up against? Because if I'm the offensive coordinator, if I'm Cleveland Browns right now, I'm lining up the route runner on Kalen Carson every play.
Yeah, I just don't know enough of the kid to even. I mean, I just don't know how good he really is yet. It's just too soon.
Russ tapping in. Top says, I'm ready for another prime time, but not another Sanders son, though. I mean, I don't know. I just think that's all hype and speculation. Like I say, I think that's media machine manufactured sweet ass Kool-Aid with the whole bag of pure cane sugar. It's trendy. You know, you got this guy Tannenbaum, I think, that's out there floating these wild. You know, you got to understand how it works. You got ESPN, right? And they got their little dudes on there and their little chicks on there trying to, you know what I mean, keep subscriptions going, right? Then they invite a guy like this Tannenbaum guy that's a surefire polarizer, a lightning rod for controversy and discussion, right? Come out and says that we're going to let Dak Prescott walk after this year because he ain't going to get a deal. And then we're going after prime time and Shadur Sanders' son. I don't think Will McClay is going to draft Shadur Sanders just like they didn't draft Deshaun Watson. Could you imagine if we drafted Deshaun Watson, especially after all of the massage parlor controversy, Mike Rock?
Man, we would be out.
Man, NFL memes would be at 8 million followers if the Dallas Cowboys had signed Deshaun Watson. Y'all remember that? I mean, it's crazy, right? And all that money that they paid him in Cleveland too, right?
No, they're paying him something else to do nothing.
It's going to be interesting. I don't know. Micah needs to get to Deshaun this weekend. And with that being said, let's go back and look at. I got a little video clip here of the Draft Whisperer from 7 months ago at the Shrine Bowl. You want to get a peek on their drafting strategy, especially when it comes to the salary cap. And if you want to see a little bit of Al Harris, this is kind of sweet. I was here the day at training camp when they filmed this. Y'all check out this special video I want to share with y'all right quick on the Al-Chemist and the Draft Whisperer. And we'll bring Kelly on just as soon as we get this video going. I see you, Kelly.
I do hope the youngster does.
Free agent market and knowing that there's needed cap flexibility in mind, how do you kind of go forward with the evaluation process of potential free agents, not quite knowing how big the checkbook will be, if that makes sense?
We got to grade them all. We've got to go through it. We got to know who they are, have our rankings and evaluations of them and then see what happens because, the thing about free agency, there's that big boom initially and then, it's the last seat. So you're trying to find guys that fit you, that fit your price range.
Yeah, I want to talk about the middle of that defense. How much of a need do you all feel like is that for this offseason?
I think it's big. I mean, there's every area of the team. We didn't win the championship, so we got to get better at every position. We want to see the growth from our young players. We want to see our veteran players continue to bring us along where we need to, and we got to find those young guys that you can bring in and make sure that you built a strong team all the way through.
Yes.
Good job. Good job. Okay. I just want to apologize before it happened. Y'all my guys. You think I'm scaring them because I'm over here, coach? Yay. How you feeling? I need one, dog. I need one today. You think I'm scaring them, coach? Yes. Don't drop that cash. Don't drop that cash. Get there. There we go. Get there. Dead hit. Okay. Speed turn. You'll get it. You'll get it.
He said, don't drop that cash. Don't drop that cash. Don't drop that cash. As we bring our Kales with the Intels on to the show. Good evening. How we doing, Kales?
Good evening.
I'm good. I'm tired. I've been drafting all day since church. So.
Oh, that's right. You've been in your ladies only fantasy football league. Is that right?
Yeah, and if you are in OAT, ladies, there are still some slots available.
How many slots you got? I still got 3 top fan slots. I'm trying to fill my top fan draft over there for Wednesday. How many more slots you need filled, Kels?
I have 7, but I might cut it.
Might cut it, huh? Okay. Well, what can you tell us about Kalen Carson? Because I know I texted you earlier today, especially with the news breaking yesterday of him wearing number 21. I didn't see this one coming. What do you have, if anything, on Kales with the Intels?
Okay, I kind of knew, kind of did, but yeah. So let's rewind it back a little bit. During the draft, I think that was the 3rd day. Al Harris and Shoddy, our OC, got in a very heated discussion because at that time, Shoddy, they wanted to go wide receiver. In the for the 5th round, they was going to get Ryan Flournoy because he was already sitting in the board. Al Harris, in this actual video, he is like adamant we have to get Kalen Carson. He a dog. So 5th round came. We got Kalen Carson. And then Ryan Flournoy, who was still on the board, 6th round, and we got him there. So with Al Harris, he is very, he knows of crime. He's also from Florida. When he came into the league, Deion Sanders was in his 2nd year with us. He was drafted in 1997 by Tampa Bay. And Deion was already with us. So he already knew Deion's his caliber of playing skills,
Ooh,
Kalen Carson exhibits that. So he already knew that he wanted him to have number 21. And by
what?
number 21 um not being one of those off limit numbers, it was up to grab. Now outside of Zeke, we haven't had uh, a player wearing 21 regular season since Mike Jenkins when he was drafted by us in 2008.
Well, we had Gilmore.
As far as like Dion, like a true one.
I get you saying. I get what you're saying.
I can't
A
even
prime
consider.
time game changer. So are you telling me that Al Harris is literally stamping Kalen Carson, says he has the qualities of a prime time? Is that what I understand you saying?
Yes, because Al Harris is already on record saying that Kalen Carson is a dog. When everything happened with Deron Bland, he was pressing for him to be on the outside, and he was proud of what he because that is a Al Harris draft. Kalen Carson is really not a Will McClay draft. That is a Al Harris draft.
Yeah, I mean, because Will McClay, for folks that don't know, he played football too. SMU, he played defensive back and some quarterback, so he's played in the game too as well. And it's just amazing to me the disrespect on Will McClay's name, because a lot of Cowboy fans are upset that we didn't draft a running back during the draft. But here it is, a diamond in the rough. I mean, we've had Cooper Beebe, Tyler Guyton, Marshawn Nealon talk. Now we're getting deeper into this draft. I mean, he was drafted in the 4th round, I think 174th or something like that. Like, does the Cowboys have 4th round draft magic? I want to ask everybody that's tapping in right now. Let me know. Do the Cowboys have 4th round draft magic? Because somebody else was drafted. A couple of folks was drafted in the 4th round on his team.
Yeah. And some of them weren't like true 4th round picks. Let's be real with that. A lot of those nice picks that we were able to get were compensatory picks. For example, Rain Dakota Prescott.
I knew there was gonna be something, Mike. I knew it was gonna be something. That's why I had to text Kelsey. I'm like, man, he got 21. I'm going like, is it Jerry up to trying to just sell some jerseys? Because I was like, that's gonna be bad if he comes out. Because fans are already saying now about this guy coming out with 21. Folks don't even want the jersey now. But I would say this: don't judge a book by its cover. Let's check out week 1, because we got the route runner himself. And if I'm the offensive coordinator for the Cleveland Browns, I'm targeting Kalen Carson every play with Amari Cooper. Right? You'd probably do the same, wouldn't you, Kels?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But we getting ready to see it. If we're going to find out if he got them tendencies or he got them qualities. So shout out to my guy, Al Harris, because when they were there filming at training camp that day, he walked up on your boy. We had a quick chit chat. You see him with his fingers crossed there, man. He already knew, baby. NFL stands for not for long. This was before Deron Bland got hurt, but fingers crossed, man. You got to keep your fingers crossed. You got to stay in the game, man, because injury is unbeaten. And that was a devastating loss with Deron Bland. But it's next man up. And everybody was wondering, why didn't Jerry run to free agency? Well, this is why. We have depth. Will McClay deserves his flowers. I mean, there's guys in control and guys in charge. And we know Will McClay has been the one in control, especially with the type of personnel. He's the VP of player personnel. You got to put some respect. Got to give him some flowers today.
And let's be, and I really need for Cowboy Nation to get out of their feelings. We are not the only ones that didn't. I'm talking about just in general. We're not the only team that has entered a free agency period and not go in heavy on free agency. A lot of teams just like us, we built through the draft.
Yeah.
This year we built through the draft because we
Draft
had
and
a whole
develop.
lot of
What's up,
and I
brother?
don't want to say key players. We had a whole lot of starters that left at the beginning of the quote unquote traditional NFL season, which is in March.
Right. Yeah, that's when Stephen Jones went on record, says, you don't ever win the Super Bowl in the offseason. Shout out to my guy, Doc Holliday, over there on YouTube. We got YouTube on the line. We got LinkedIn on the line. We got Facebook on the line. Give us a comment. Let us know you there. Shout out to my guy, Doc Holliday, says, great show. What up, Jersey Mike? Shout out, big bro.
Yeah, that's my brother right there.
Oh, okay. What up, Doc Holliday? Appreciate you tapping in on the YouTube side over there. Thank you for tapping in. Well, that's the inside story right there. I knew it was something because I was like, man, if Jerry trying to slap that 21 on that guy to sell some jerseys, I'm gonna be like, boy, because you know the story with Jerry Lamb and CD wearing 10 and 88. Like as soon as I seen 21, I knew it was gonna be a lightning rod for discussion. But I wanted to look at the bigger picture here today. And like you said it best, Kels, draft and develop. That's what the Cowboys have done. I think that's why we're in this problem now, especially with our salary cap. Would you not agree with the players and the amount of money they want to get played and type of talent they have and the market and yada, yada, yada? Mike, right, what's your thoughts on that, baby?
Saying that they don't want to get a jersey, okay, that's your prerogative, but I'm going to let y'all know right now, the jersey is not going to be in regular mass production like a Zeke or a Dak, a Ferguson, a Bland, a Diggs, a Lamb, a Parsons. But if you want one, you could just go, you have to pay an extra couple of dollars more and go into the customized section and look under the player, and all the whole roster is right there.
Man, you got to know the ball on the budget. I'm going to be at Walmart week 2 across the street from the stadium. I hope they put some Carson jerseys at the Walmart for like $44.48.
They might, but I don't do the Walmart jerseys.
Man, what you talking about? Boy, you can go with $200, a ball on the budget across the street at Walmart. You can spend $200 at the pro shop across the street at Jerry World. You get like two fitted caps.
You forgot that I know people.
I know you know people. I'm talking for the average Joe that's going maybe to their first game this season. But wow, what inside T. Kells had to spill with us here today. I knew she'd be on top of it as soon as she got out of her fantasy football draft. Mike, how many fantasy football leagues are you playing in, Mike?
Just 2 this year.
Oh, you're playing just in 2? You're playing in I know you're playing in the BDG supporter league. And you got another one out there?
Yeah, I'm in my buddies league that I've been in for like almost 20 years straight.
Oh wow. What's your team names?
The BDG one is Silence of the Lambs.
I like it.
And in my buddies, it's Show Me Your TDs.
Show Me Your TDs. That one's been a while. Kels, I know you got a couple of teams. What's your team names over there? I want to see what Kels.
They all Cowboys Diva.
Cowboys Diva. Okay, she's pretty consistent, right? I'm with you. I'm the draft whisperer. I play in the draft whisperer in all of my leagues. I ain't just talk about it, baby. I'm being about it.
So I did 2 today, and I did 3. So I have 5 so far. And then if the one with OAT ladies fill up, then that will be my 6th one.
Right. Well, cool beans. So if you're checking it out, you want to support the content, stars are not available anymore. So if you're on Facebook or if you're on LinkedIn or YouTube, you can see the pay option scroll along down the bottom. We still got Bob Lilly and Mel Renfro tickets up for grabs, $15 a raffle ticket, or you can give a one-time donation on the Cash App or one of the pay options below. Help support the content, the platform, and the network. We got other creators like my girl Kels with the Intails, my guy Jersey Mike up here, 2023 Gym Rat of the Year. We're doing big things over here. Y'all support the content, the platform, and the network, and win some cool jerseys in the process. Because I got Amari up for week 1, but guess what I got for September, y'all? Look what's in the mail right now. CD Lamb custom autographed jersey with a COA.
Man, I might have to get that too.
Yeah. No. See, you got Drew Pearson. Yeah, you know what I mean? I want to give Mike Jersey Mike some flowers. I'm gonna tell you the Drew Pearson raffle dropped an OAT, and in 17 minutes, Mike Rock pounced on it and bought all the raffle tickets. So the Drew Pearson is yours, but we still got Mel up, we still got Lily up, and then we're introducing CD in this month in September for the grand prize, and then we've got Amari up for week 1. Don't you got a watch party or something going on out there, DC, week 1, Kels?
Yep, at Tom's Watch Bar at the National Harbor location.
You have your DC Nation fan club out there. Who are you gonna have out there? You gonna kicking it with Cowboy Joe Boo? Mark, you kicking with Mark Holmes out there in DC?
He doesn't. He does something closer to where he lives at in Virginia.
Okay. All right. Well, I know me and Mike Rock, we're going to be boots on ground at the press box. I'm excited about that. I'm expecting a low turnout, but if y'all turn out, come show up and turn out with us. I'm figuring after maybe the first week, we probably get some social media buzz. And then while I'm in Dallas raffling off that CD Lamb jersey, that's when that CD Lamb jersey is going to go down. I'll be in Dallas. My guy Mike Rock will be up here in Pacific Northwest. Boots on ground with us there. Week 2, the Saints versus the Cowboys at the press box. It's going down, man. I'm excited. I know Mike has been.
As far as Mel Renfro, yeah, that's going to be a high commodity autograph because he's getting up in age right now, and I think he will be slowing down. They're trying. I know the CSA show they was going. I think they were trying to get him for the October show,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think that's going to be a go to. And I'm glad I got him. The last one of the last ones I went to. I've been to so many now I can't remember, but it was hard for me to get Mel Renfro because either I was out of town. Um, yeah, I was either out of town or something has happened. But I was able to get him maybe the CSA show before the last that I went to.
Yeah, but he's active on Facebook. You got to give out shout out to
Yeah.
Mel Renfro. He be on there, but yeah, he's there as you see him. He signed Star Mobile One there. You see that post there. Shout out to my guy Jamie Opelt with the Roadster there. That's Mel Renfro signing it there. You
Yeah,
see him,
so
he's in a wheelchair.
if
He's
he
still
do
getting around
anything,
though.
yeah, but if he does anything, it will probably be more so local than like going out like to where the CSA show is, which is
Yeah.
in Virginia. But
Limited, very limited, obviously.
yeah,
Well, we understand that. And then also, shout out to all of the green badges. If you're tapping in and you have not, make sure you go tap into the green badge group. Get your prediction photos made. This was inspired by Kale. Shout out to my girl Kale. She's already posted hers. Man, I didn't know posting your predictions get people in such their feelings, Mike Rock.
Man, that's why I ain't posted mine yet because I've been seeing all the heat on all these. I was like, man, as soon as I post
Man,
mine,
y'all know me.
because I put
I have
15-2.
I
listen.
can only
So
imagine the heat. I'm catching heat at 13
going,
and 4. What kind of heat you catching at 11 and 6, Kales?
Nothing because I have a IDAF attitude. I don't give up.
I heard that.
I feel
Yeah.
that though. I did too, but damn.
Yeah, I went 14 and 3. So shout out to the green badges. If you support the content, you got a green badge. You will get one of these custom made. All you got to do is drop the photo you want in the group. We'll mark up your wins, losses. Just put them in the comments too as well. That way you can tote this around and show it. We're going to come back at the end of the year and we're going to do a contest and find out who knows football in.
We may have to do a bye-week recap.
Built different group. Yeah, we're going to find out who knows. It's one thing, fans, our fans talk shit in general on social media. But you post your picks and God forbid if it ain't 9 and 8. I mean, we went 12 and 5 the last 3 seasons and made the playoffs the last 3 seasons in a row. I don't understand. Right. Am I being too unrealistic? I'm asking the folks that's tapping in right now. Is 13 and 4 too unrealistic after the Cowboys went 12 and 5 the last 3 years?
So no, because here's the thing. When we did the initial one when the schedule dropped, that's when we had a 95 or a 98 man roster. So everybody was not cut yet. You're welcome, Lynn. And thank you. When we did it, we had a 95 to 98 man roster. So on paper, we looked good. But then when we came back when what was it that just came out, Barry?
What's that? Are you talking about the picks?
When we did the 53 man roster.
Oh, that was like 2 weeks, a week and a half ago, I think. Yeah.
Last week, when that was solidified, I was like, okay, so let's be really real. And I had all the rosters of the teams who were playing, and then that's how I did mine. But I already knew going into the season that we were already going to split with the Eagles. And I'm gonna let y'all know and be prepared when it comes to the NFC East. The NFC East is going to be a 2-team league.
What do you mean by that?
That means what's up for grabs for the NFC East is either going to be us or it's going to be Philly. It's going to be a 2-team league.
Man, speaking of Philly, they kick off Friday in Brazil. Did y'all hear they're going to be wearing some black? They ain't wearing no green or nothing like that. I thought that
black
was
and white.
Something like that. They ain't wearing no green, huh?
Well, the thing is, it doesn't affect the NFL. It only affects soccer.
Yeah, and OAT here. So I posted mine. I think maybe Tanya, shout out to my girl Tanya, supporter down there in Arkansas. She may have posted hers or somebody, and everybody start, just are you retarded? Are you stupid? Like the Cowboys ain't gonna win 13 games, like they're not gonna win this and that, and everybody that's getting loud, you know what I mean? I just find it funny. Like you can get loud and say one person's picks is trash, but where's your picks at?
Wait till I post mine in there.
Right.
Like if you're gonna talk trash on somebody's picks, post your picks up. Let's keep some receipts. Somebody said, I'm gonna screenshot this and post it at the end of the year, BG. This shit gonna be funny. And you're gonna keep following.
And I feel like we can beat Baltimore, though.
I
That's
don't
the thing.
underestimate our team. I just know the team pattern. It's a difference from knowing the team pattern and just going stuff off the fly. So I keep it real on a lot of stuff.
The Cowboy fans are so spoiled. Like we've made the playoffs 3 years in a row. Been 12-5. And for somebody to say, "Oh, Cowboys can go 13-4," everybody, we can't do that. Dan Quinn took everybody.
Honestly, we went 12-5. I honestly had us going 13-4 last year. Was I expecting us to lose?
I had us 13-4 last season too.
No, I'm just saying. No, we went 12-5, but I'm saying I had 13-4.
I had us 13-4 last season. Yeah,
right. So my thing is, was I expecting us to lose to Arizona?
No. Well, we know there's going to be some of those, and I didn't even factor. Don't even get me started on. I don't even get at no energy. My guy Top says that's my question too. Where your picks at? So yeah, if you want to criticize somebody for their picks, don't just criticize. Share your picks too, and let's compare notes. Because there's some uneducated fans in our fan base. Y'all are drinking this Kool-Aid off your favorite 3-letter and 4-letter networks. Y'all are thinking we're not going to win 500% of our games. I mean, Vegas already said we're at 10.5. However, the Cleveland Browns are favored by 2.5 points in Cleveland. How do y'all feel about that being favored, being underdogs, 2.5 point underdogs on the road in Cleveland? Let me throw that at you, Mike. How you feel about that?
Man, one thing I was going to say, every garbage can gets a steak now and then. So Arizona, they can have that all they want.
Right.
And it had to be Joshua Dobbs with his astronaut ass.
And honestly,
Right.
I would love to say we're going to go like 12-5 or 13-4, but I have to remember
15-2.
This team is not yesterday's team. Everybody is on a 1-year rental.
It's not just that. I mean, look at the players that we've get. Look at this linebacker unit now, especially with Maris Leofau and DeMarvion Overshown. Like this whole linebacker core is going to look different. Even with Deron Bland going down, that's why I wanted to highlight Kalen Carson here today. That's why the Cowboys didn't go to the free agency. That's why we didn't try to go scramble to go get somebody to disrespect the guys that we have on the team like Kalen. Like I seen him out there with my own eyes at training camp. He was making noise. I had to look him up on. I actually had to look him up in the before I interviewed him. I told Mike this. I think told a couple other people because I didn't know what number. I was like, who is this guy? So I had to look him up in the program and say, oh, Kalen Carson. All right. So when I asked him, hey, Kalen, you like Whataburger and In-N-Out? And then he had to go say something like In-N-Out.
Let me tell you,
I wonder how cautious Dak will be this year until he gets his contract too.
Ooh, that's a whole nother discussion. Let's not get into that.
Again. Say that again, Mike.
I said I'm wondering how cautious Dak is going to play this year until he gets his contract. I don't. It's kind of scary.
He's going to play like he's wrapped in a bubble, and honestly, I don't blame him because look, when he was franchise tagged twice, that second franchise tag in 2020, we saw what happened.
Doc Holliday's tapping in. Doc Holliday's tapping in from YouTube here. It says DQ gave up more points per game the longer he was with us. Zimmer will be a true bend, don't break, and lock it up in the red zone with our defensive group. I really like the fact that Mike Zimmer is just going to be on the sideline in somebody's face saying, you fucked up when you come off the field.
Exactly.
And come over here. This is how we going to fix it. Not let me call you on the phone and talk to you from the booth way up in the bird's eye. Like, no, that's intrusive leadership. That's what I like.
I watched
our defense made DQ look good.
I watched the live practice when they came back to Frisco, and they were on the field, and it was plenty of times where the camera had to move from Zimmer because his mouth is just like mine.
My guy.
It was fully loaded.
My guy.
Mike Zimmer ready.
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting because you got a guy like Mike Zimmer. He's not gonna stand for no BS, and then especially Micah Alpha Dog, the Lion. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. We get in some adverse situations on this defense to find out the character of this group. We're gonna get tested early, especially against Deshaun Watson and Amari Cooper. I mean, look, Deshaun can still sling it. You know what I mean? Amari can still catch it. They may not have that run game that they're looking for because Nick Chubb's going to be out, I think, for the first 4 weeks. So, the Cowboys still going to have to worry about stopping the run. Can't let the backup guy, because y'all know the backups always do well against the Cowboys. So, tall order. And not to mention, lastly, before we wrap up on the show, y'all know who's going to be on the mic week 1, right?
Oh, Bish baby.
Not my GOAT is going to be on the mic week 1. Not my GOAT. That's your GOAT. My GOAT is Emmitt Smith. And if Emmitt Smith is your GOAT, do me a favor, like this video, because Tom Brady is not my GOAT. Them boys put him out of business, and here he comes week 1 on the microphone.
Well, he is.
B-Mac says, I disagree. I'm thinking Dak going to ball out this year with that pen in his hand. It's going to be interesting, especially come week 1 if he don't have a long-term deal, if he plays, period. If Dak steps on the field and plays without a long-term deal, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, no, he's going to ball out. We're not saying that because, like I've said plenty of times before, Dak is known to bet on himself. And every time he bets on himself, he always come out on top, which makes Jerry Jones look stupid as hell.
But this is a different kind of bet, though, y'all. Like, think about this. If Dak gets injured, Jerry not going to cut him no check.
So the thing is, he's going to ball out. But it's also up to him and that offensive line that we have, this new refurbished kind of line to keep him upright.
Oh, you talking about these two guys here? You talking about these two guys here?
Yeah.
Bubble Wrap Guyton.
Bubble Wrap Guyton. Tyler, our guy Guyton, man. Yeah, he got his work cut out for him, especially week 1 against a defensive player of the year. Like, this is a good question. I mean, who wins this week 1 battle? Everybody thinks that Myles Garrett is just going to destroy. And let me ask you guys this question before we wrap it up and get out of here. Let me ask you, Mike, how do you think Tyler Guyton is going to fare against our guy Myles Garrett, all things considered?
I feel like it's going to take him a whole half at least to get a little comfortable, get the bugs out of his stomach. It's going to take him a minute. I think by the second half, he's going to shine.
Do you think that he'll get beat like Terrence Steele did in 2020 when Dak was strip sacked by Myles Garrett twice in a game? Do you think that he'll get his hands on Dak with Tyler on deck?
I hope not, because I'm pulling for Guyton, man. I really, really do like him. I hope not.
Me too. I'm with you. Kills, how you feel about Tyler going up against Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett, week 1?
I don't have no concerns. And this is just my opinion. Anytime you can make Micah Parsons say, I'm going to take a break in training camp, and then you have Max Crosby, after 2 series with Guyton, go to the opposite side because they did not know what to do with this boy at 300 plus pounds, 6'9". I think he's time enough for Myles Garrett. The only thing that I need for Tyler Guyton to be aware of, and it's no fault of his, and this is also where coaching comes in. From seeing some of his games where penalties can happen, is his hands placement. His hands are bigger than mine.
Well, he got his work cut out for him, and your boy is going to be tracking Defensive Player of the Year this year. As a result, we got a heavyweight blockbuster match coming out week 1. Micah Parsons, Myles Garrett, both had 14 sacks last year. And there he is, Max Crosby. He was also up for Defensive Player of the Year. I'm just going to tell you exactly. I didn't know that whole thing about him saying Micah Parsons made him take a break. I just know he didn't get no play against Tyler in camp, and I know Max Crosby didn't get no play against Tyler, but I do understand that Myles Garrett is not either of those two, and he's definitely different.
Right, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Browns move Myles to the right, because that's where our deficit is. Because right now to me, Terrence Steele is still suspect. So until I see otherwise, and this is only the first game, right now our deficit is the right.
Well, we're going to see Dak was the 7th most sacked quarterback last season, 39 times. And I don't want Myles Garrett to get to Dak none, because if Dak is playing week 1 with no long-term contract, my guy Lynn's tapping in here right quick, and we're going to end the show on this. He says, so hypothetical. If Dak, in fact, plays like he's in bubble wrap, and wouldn't blame him for that, but if he has an easy run and lays down and costs us a game of it, how we going to feel then? Yeah, I know we're digging a little bit in the weeds. I'd be surprised if he plays week 1, but if he's out there week 1, I definitely don't want Tyler Guyton or Cooper Beebe getting beat and giving up a sack, or anybody named Terrence Steele. Because, you know, if Myles Garrett gets to Dak Prescott one time with no long-term deal, Mike Rock, you and I both know Dak going to go for the long Mimi.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sure,
we not.
sure.
We already know the memes is going to flood, so expect it. The thing is,
No, he going to go Mimi, like not memes. He going to go sleep, like he not going to get signed by the Cowboys. Cowboys ain't going to sign him. You and I both know, all of us know on this. Everybody watching, if Dak Prescott get hurt, he not getting a deal from nobody. Then we got a whole nother situation to be talking about.
Right. Now, if he plays well and he bets on himself and all this other stuff, and he don't get paid, then guess who? With the 702 area code, will be willing to pay Dak what he wants.
Man, it's going to be bananas. Can y'all imagine Dak Prescott? I mean, let's just say hypothetically, 12-5, we're out, one and done, typical, consistent Mike McCarthy. I won't be too far off on my predictions. I'll be one away, 13-4, so 12-5 is a little realistic, right? Could y'all imagine that? I mean, Dak coming in after 12-5 early exit, no long-term deal, and then hitting free agency, and then Jerry Jones re-signing Dak Prescott?
Well, let's just say like this. I think they have until the end of October to try to get a deal done, because that's also when the trade deadlines happen.
Yeah, I think somebody was saying, I guess now the goalpost has been moved. Folks are saying that a deal will likely get done by the bye week. I don't know if the deal gets done, period. But when the deal does get done, it's going to be interesting. But the deal here was today, we were talking about our guy, Will McClay, a.k.a. the Draft Whisperer. Kels, you didn't know Al Harris' new name is the DB Alchemist.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, so shout out to the DB Alchemist. He's active over there on Instagram. And like I said, both of them helped inspire this story today. So, Mike, I especially thank you for joining on short notice. Kels, I knew if I could just text you and ask you about that situation, you get us the tea. So thanks for bringing us the intel.
Oh, I'm gonna find out.
Yeah, Caitlin's tapping in. One last thing, says there'll be a legit market for at least 4 different teams to give Dak what he wants next offseason if they can't find a deal. And that's including the Cowboys, because everybody that's running around the Cowboy fan base act like Super Bowl winning Cowboys grow on trees.
Al Harris at 49, though, that boy, he could jump on the field right now if he wanted to.
Right, we could suit him up, right?
Al Harris, when I saw him.
Yeah, shout out to the kid, man. He's in good shape. Look at him, boy. That was the day that they filmed that Sounds from the Sidelines at training camp. So shout out to Al. He came over there and spoke with us. He let us know the defense was going to win the day that day at camp, and they sure did.
Should have got what burgers he like.
That dude is tall. I wanted to just say hi. Can I shake your hand? But he was just like a lot of people. He was hungry and his family was in town. I didn't bother him, so I still hung out with Will McClay.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Will McClay. Shout out to Al Harris. Y'all got to put some respect on their names. Stop being mad at Will McClay because we didn't draft no running back. I mean, we went out and signed Dalvin Cook. Y'all wanted Dalvin Cook last season. We got Dalvin Cook this season. Now y'all complaining because we didn't draft nobody in the running back.
And let's be real, this really wasn't a running back draft class. It was more so offensive line.
They don't pay attention to that type of stuff. Mike Rock, you got any part words? Mike, you got any part words before we get out of here? 2023 Gym Rat of the Year. What can you tell those folks that's competing for 2024 Gym Rat of the Year, such as yourself? What kind of advice can you give them folks in the gym today?
Just one word: consistency.
I like it.
And if anybody's on TikTok, hit me up on TikTok, Mike DC4L. Follow me.
You on TikTok, Kels?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm not on TikTok. You follow Mike? I don't follow. I'm not on TikTok, so I don't know what goes on over there.
I really don't do a lot of posting. I do like a lot of my video editing and everything on TikTok, and then I move it over to either Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, they got a good editing platform.
Yeah, that's what I know. Me and Mike had a long talk the other day at his house. Mike was recruiting me to TikTok. So I told her, I said, I don't know, maybe if it stays legit after this election, all things considered, I might jump on there, but we'll have to see. But that's my guy, Mike Rock. That's my girl, Kels, with the Intels. We've been live here.
Next Sunday, 3:00. Is that
1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 4 o'clock Eastern Time.
The game?
Yeah, for the game next week. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So we appreciate y'all tapping in today. And as always, if you don't get a chance to tap in during the gym, make sure if you watch this after the fact, you use hashtag replay. I love all the replay watchers. And lastly, like I said, a couple of more entries left on the Lily and the Don the Mel Renfro jerseys. Make sure y'all get them in. Shout out to my guy Mike Rock on winning the Drew 88. We got CD Lamb coming up this month. It'll be during week 2 while I'm in Dallas. So look for that and more. But we appreciate y'all joining us here.
Send me a DM if ladies, if you want to get in on the fantasy team.
That too. Thank you for the reminder. I still need 3 more. But y'all know he said it better than I did. Dandy Don Meredith, baby. We out of here. We'll see y'all in the gym on the next episode.
Turn out the lights. The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over, and tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.